It is the Comedeorological Report. You are tuned in to C for 88.7 FM, CKUW 95.9 FM, CFBX 92.5 FM in the Prince George, Winnipeg, Kamloops, and hopefully we're on stations somewhere else. You never know. You're also watching us on Joey Only Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel every Thursday night at 7 p.m. when Frankie joins us here for the Comedeorological Report, Comedy plus Meteorology. That's the game. Okay, let's get on with the music and all that stuff.
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather we've got. Wait a minute. Well, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather or not.
There it is. There it is. I'm your host, Joey, up here. Joey Only up here in the Caribou Mountains, 3,953 feet above sea level here in the Caribou Mountains. That's right. Your authoritative voice on all things weather and this, that, and the other. And of course, I got my main henchman with me. The 198th time we've done this show now. 198 times, Frankie McDonald. 198 times we've done this. Can you believe that already? That's a lot. That's almost a whole year's worth of shows that we've done now. That's a lot. So that's great. I'm so stoked on that. And 2 more episodes from now will be the 200th spectacular, of which I have no plan for, nothing special really in mind. But we should, there should be something special in mind. Like, I just don't know how to do special things. This is all I can achieve. We're here right now and we're doing it. And that's great. So Frankie McDonald will be joining us from Sydney, Nova Scotia here very, very shortly. Of course, I got my main squeeze also there, Brandon Houck out in Brooks, Alberta. He's the weatherman and the morning guy on the radio there in Brooks, Alberta. Good afternoon. Good evening, Brandon.
Well, good evening. Yes, feels like the middle of the afternoon.
It does, yeah, it does. Actually, that's true, especially up here. We get that much more sunlight. Like the other morning, I woke up to sunlight and I was like, oh boy, it's daylight. I got to do stuff. And then I looked at the phone and it said 4:20 and I was like, oh man, I need to go back to bed. That's what I need to do. That's the stuff. So it tricks me. But now I'm into the rhythm of waking up really early in the morning. I love it. Karen Richards is also here from Prince George. She's she's one of the moderators there on Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers, a group that I found on Facebook there. We got over 40,000 people on it. We've been finally growing again. There's people been joining the group here, it seems like a lot lately. So that's positive news for our fantastic group, Karen? You just had that severe thunderstorm rolling on through Prince George. What was it like?
Oh, well, I didn't really get a whole lot, like a lot of sheet lightning, but thunder and rain. A lot of rain. I sent you a couple of videos of the rain. It came down.
The blessed rain. That's one thing we've been lucky. I mean, a lot of those thunderstorms down southern British Columbia have been pretty dry, but some of us have got a lot of rain in the process. Anyways, it's time for this famous guy.
Frankie! Can you yodel for us? Who has the worst weather in the world, Frankie?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Frankie! How you doing so far, buddy?
I'm doing great so far. It's going to be really, really rainy all across southeastern United States this Friday and Saturday coming up. It's going to bring a whole lot of rain in Boston and New York and Washington, D.C. this Saturday coming. It's going to bring a whole lot of rain in Washington, D.C. and Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. A lot of the rain and thunderstorms are forecast, including Kentucky, Tennessee, and all those places. It's going to bring cool weather in Nova Scotia.
Is it going to rain on the Fuhrer Parade there in Washington?
It's not going to rain in Nova Scotia this weekend. It's going to bring a whole lot of rain all across and Louisiana, Mississippi, and Missouri, and all those places where Ranty Rogers live. It's going to be extremely hot in where Gary and Dino is in Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to be extremely hot in New Mexico, Nevada, including Idaho, Utah, and all those places. It's going to bring a little bit cooler weather in Vancouver, BC, and Seattle, Portland. It's going to be extremely hot in LA, California, USA as well.
Yeah, what else, Frankie?
Aggressively hot weather, not just here, but Vancouver, British Columbia. Next week has got cool weather, warm weather, fighting each other. It's really cold up north right now. It's really cold in Greenland right now. Then it gets the snow off the coast of Labrador. Next Tuesday coming up, it's going to bring heavy snow in off the coast of Labrador, heading towards Greenland and parts of Nunavut territory.
Is it
Gonna
going
bring-
to is it going to rain in Washington this weekend on the Fear Parade there, Frankie?
Yes, in Washington, D.C.
Excellent.
and southeastern United States as well. It's going to be really, and the weather all across Central America for this week is lots of rain, thunderstorms going on in southern Mexico, Guatemala. There's a hurricane developing off the coast of Mexico, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Nigeria, Honduras, and Panama. A lot of rain, thunderstorms there going on this weekend coming up. And down South America, and the weather down South America, a lot of rain and the thunderstorms in Venezuela, Colombia, parts of Peru, parts of Ecuador, parts of Bolivia, and all those places. A lot of rain, thunderstorms forecast in northern Brazil. Venezuela is now in the rainy season. So much rain going on in Venezuela. It's really dry in northern Chile right now. And central Brazil is really dry right now. It's really cold here heading towards Santiago, Chile as well. This Friday coming. Then it's going to be a lot of rain in Santiago, Chile, down South America. And lots of cold weather in southern Argentina. And mild weather in northern Argentina. And hot weather in far northern Argentina. It's really cold in Falkland Islands and Alucia, Argentina as well. And the windy conditions right now. And the weather all across the United Kingdom, around Europe. Lots of rain in Ireland, Belfast, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, all those places. Lots of thunderstorms and rain forecast this Sunday coming in France, parts of Germany, parts of you got rain and showers and forecast and rain in Norway, Finland, Sweden as well. Then it gets lots of rain and thunderstorms in Croatia, Bosnia, all those places were really dry. In Albania, Serbia, parts of Bosnia, Albania, Greece, Romania, and all those places next week as well. It's really hot in Libya, Algeria, Morocco, and Spain and Portugal right now. And Turkey is really hot there right now. In Ukraine and Moscow, Russia, it's really warm there right now. In Belarus, the showers in the forecast. And the weather all across East Asia, a lot of rain and thunderstorms going on and there's a cyclone heading towards parts of China right now. Lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in southern China right now, in Japan right now. In the Philippines, is thunderstorms in the forecast this weekend coming, including Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, and all those places. A lot of rain, thunderstorms in Bangladesh and Myanmar, and Vietnam, Laos, and Philippines, and Singapore, and Malaysia, and Indonesia, parts of Indonesia right now. A lot of rain, thunderstorms going on in India, southern India, Sri Lanka right now. And lots of rain. India's in the monsoon season now. It's going to bring a lot of rain next week in India and Delhi, India right now. It's really hot in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Yemen, and the United Arab Emirates, and Israel, Gaza, and all those places. And Jordan and Lebanon, it's extremely hot there right now. And Northern Africa, it's really hot in Sahara Desert. Lots of Sahara dust come off northwest coast Africa. A lot of rain, thunderstorms in Nigeria and Ghana and all those places right now. A lot of rain, thunderstorms. A lot of sand coming off the coast of Africa as well. In southern Africa, it's really dry in Angola, Namibia, South Africa, Mozambique with little showers for forecast in Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Madagascar, La Reunion, and Mauritius Islands. And weather all across Perth, Australia this week is lots of rain going on in Perth, Australia. Lots of dry weather in Perth, Australia lately. Got cold weather heading towards. They had a big snowstorm in New South Wales, Australia, parts of NSW, Australia. They had a big blizzard conditions with a lot of snow, southeastern Australia, earlier in the week.
Wow, I didn't hear that. That's crazy.
So much snow happening southeastern Australia early in the week because their winter starts next Friday.
Yeah, well, there's some mountains there, the Blue Mountains, I think they're called.
Yes, and
They
a
get
lot
quite
of
a bit of
rain and
snow.
thunderstorms in parts of northeastern Australia on Monday and Tuesday coming up. And Sydney, Australia is drier than normal but cooler as well because their winter starts on June 21st, June 20th. And there's lots of cold weather in Invercargill, New Zealand, Queenstown, New Zealand, with showers for the recent forecast, including Thunder, New Zealand, Christchurch, New Zealand, Wellington, New Zealand, Gisborne, New Zealand, and Auckland, New Zealand as well. It's going to bring some showers for forecast in Auckland, New Zealand. Really cold temperatures. and the temperature's really cold up in the Arctic. This daylight, 24-hour daylight up in the Arctic is 24-hour darkness in Antarctica is right now. And guess what? Somewhere in Russia had a big giant hailstorm. According to the weatherman, Kirill backing off. They had a huge hailstorm, and somewhere in Russia, it's a big, huge hailstorm happening as well. And I'm just sharing this video about the big hailstorm already happened.
How big were the hails?
Huge.
Huge hails.
Share sound.
There was some hail in BC today.
And here's a big hailstorm in Russia.
All right, let's see it.
Ужас, ужас, что творится? Он что не заходит? Ужас! Ужас, что творится? Пипец, пипец! Бляха-муха, посмотри, все! В машине пипец! Ужас, ужас, что творится?
That was a big
A
hailstorm.
little more dramatic.
And here's a tornado over there.
In Russia?
Yes.
Holy tornado in Russia. There it is. It's a big, long tornado. I don't think Brandon's here right now to see this one. It's like a stovepipe, just straight down. Oh, you're back,
I'm
Brandon.
around.
See that one?
I'm around.
And did you hear about this? I got something to say. I sent you the videos about me.
I got something here for you, Frank. You want to see?
Yes.
Now, I didn't do a very good job because I'm not good at anything I do. But I made something for you here.
Yes.
And I think you'll like it. And it's the Frankie McDonald best of Frankie McDonald this week. I found it. Here we go,
Yes.
everybody.
This is Frankie McDonald, my old TV station live in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Severe thunderstorms at Rachel headed towards Dallas, Texas on Monday, June 9, 2025. It's going to start on Sunday, June 8 during the evening hours in Dallas, Texas, and Fort Worth, Texas, and northeastern Texas, including rural areas of northeastern Texas as well. The winds are going to be really, really strong. That's going to bring down power lines and snap tree branches and a half. That's going to bring a lot of rain and possible large hail. The Rachel's going to be really bad. It's going to do a lot of damage and damage buildings and cause flood in Dallas, Texas, and surrounding areas as well. It's going to bring a lot of rain. Winds are going to be really, really strong, gusting to over 80 miles per hour in Dallas, Texas, and the surrounding areas as well. People in Dallas, Texas, be prepared. Have your rubber raincoats, ready. When you go outside, rain, rubber raincoats to keep you dry. For people living in Dallas, when it gets really, really bad, head down to the basement as you can.
Oh, look at that.
It's going to be really strong winds in Dallas and surrounding areas as well. I'm doing great so far. I'm on the Escalade in my hometown of Sydney right now. Here it is. I'm having a great week so far, right now.
The radio listeners
Severe
can't see the
thunderstorms
monster
for
truck.
Rachel headed towards Oklahoma on Sunday, June 8th. Major heat wave is headed towards Vancouver Island on Sunday, June 8, 2025. It's going to bring really high temperatures in Victoria, British Columbia, Sauk, British Columbia, Port Renfrew, British Columbia, Colwood, British Columbia, Sanders, British Columbia, Ladysmith, Duncan, Nanaimo, Port Alberni, Tofino, Parksville, Corcoran, Palm Beach, Courtney, Comox, Camp River, Port Neal, Port Hardy, British Columbia. Don't walk too far. It's going to be really, really hot temperatures. I'm showing you the boardwalk where I'm at right now. Things are great so far. Here's the Sydney boardwalk, and here's West Melbourne across the Sydney Harbour. Here it is. I'm showing you the Sydney, Nova Scotia boardwalk. I'm showing you guys there right now. Be extra prepared. It's going to be really hot. Here's the Escalade in Sydney. That's the Escalade in Sydney, Nova Scotia. I'm showing you guys the Escalade in Sydney right now. Vancouver Island. If everybody lives in Vancouver Island, be prepared for extremely hot weather. Irish food court. I'm doing good so far. It's me once again. And I'm showing you the Mayflower Mall in City, Nova Scotia. It's me right now. He's doing good so far. Let's see how you doing. Let's see how you doing. So he's going well. Let's see. How was your day? Things are going good. And it's me right now once again. Right now. Be extra prepared because Rachel's going to be really bad in the state of Oklahoma. I urge everyone to stay indoors when the winds get really worse. Head down to the basement as you can. Hey everyone, it's freaked out. I'm down on Charlotte Street in Sydney right now. I'm showing you Charlotte Street. It's me once again. It's me walking down Charlotte Street as right now. Things going really well. It's me on Charlotte Street again. From Frank Down.
Frankie, the monster trucks. How was the monster truck rally? Tell us.
It was great so far on June 7th.
Yeah. How many people were there? It didn't seem like there was
A lot
enough
of people.
It should be like the place should be full, you'd think. That's so awesome. That's not your first time seeing monster trucks too, is it, Frankie?
Multiple times I saw monster trucks and stump bikes.
Does it smell like gasoline and stuff in there? Like, what do they do about
That happens once a year in Sydney.
Just once a year it smells like gasoline in the arena?
Because of monster trucks.
That's what would scare me about being in an arena with all these monster trucks is breathing all this gas, I guess. But maybe they use alcohol. Like funny cars do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I have to research that.
And Base Guy Show is tomorrow night on Friday the 13th. Base Guy Show, 10:50 Eastern, 11:50 Atlantic, 7:50 Pacific.
Base Guy Show for more monster trucks. Go there. Yeah. How many monster trucks were there, Frankie? How many different ones?
5 of them.
5 different ones, eh? How many motorbike jumping guys?
More than 5, more than 3.
Yeah, that was a big jump they did too, eh? It was like it was like 100 feet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never gone to that before. I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to go. And I've gone to, what we have in Quesnel is the crash to pass. And the crash to pass is, in order to pass a guy, you have to hit him with your car. It's like, that's the rule in this race. You can't pass someone until you bump them. So it's like a demolition derby race kind of deal.
Yes.
It's pretty sweet. But you know what I just saw? I was watching tonight before the show, Frankie, was this other event they have up in Alaska. And what they do is they push these cars off a cliff. They just rig them up and set them to drive by themselves and drive them off this cliff. And they go 300 feet off this cliff into the air, and then they smash like 50 times. And then this huge crowd is there. Even the governor of Alaska was at this event. And the U.S. Coast Guard flew over with a C-130 Hercules and filmed a guy driving us, sending his car off the cliff to go there. So that was pretty epic there. So I can't remember what it's called now, but you can look it up on YouTube. It's a real thing. It's about as crazy as that cheese rolling thing that people do in the UK there. So anyways, enough about that, I guess, for now. We'll come back to unless anyone's got a question for Frankie. I haven't even looked at the chat lately. Anyone in the chat has a reasonable question for Frankie. We don't want to bother him with our trifle matters, but how to solve world hunger and peace and all things like that. Frankie has all the answers for.
That means the government's too corrupted. That means government stealing money. People donating money to charity like UNICEF and things like this. The government takes it.
Government's taking everything, Frankie, and they're going to use it to have a big military show there. Everyone's going to go past Donald Trump and they're all going to say, "We love you," and cry. And, it's disgusting stuff. Anyways, let's get back to the weather here for a minute because I'm hungry. So let's get talking about smoking good barbecue and things like that.
Brandon Houck Report.
Oh, hi. This is the Brandon Houck Report.
Brought to you by
Smoking good barbecue.
Smoking good barbecue time there, Brandon Houck. How are you doing there? Tell us about your prognosis for severe thunderstorms and all that, this, that, and the other on your side of the mountains.
Oh, yes. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But yeah, it is a big weekend for smoking good barbecue.
Oh, it's the big contest, isn't it?
Yes, it starts tomorrow. and it goes all weekend, you know? So yeah, we have Smoker Wars. Speaking of smoke in the area, I got to promote Smoker Wars with the smoke in the area, which is pretty wild stuff indeed. But anyways, so yeah, they're gonna be doing a pile of smoking good barbecue at the Centennial Regional Arena parking lot this weekend in Brooks, where the Bandits play and where the Bandits always win, you know. And that's where we're gonna be. They're gonna be grilling up a pile of smoking good barbecue starting tomorrow with the chicken wing judging competition tomorrow. So tomorrow we judge chicken wings. And then as we go through Saturday, we're gonna do the pit boss. So Saturday we go around different camps and we try each and pretty much everybody's little samples of food. So kind of like a Costco, but instead you're trying like smoking good barbecue for a whole day. But anyways, as we move into Saturday afternoon, that's when I step in for the judging. And this is when it gets serious, okay? This is when they get serious. They lock you in a room, okay, with I'd say another 15 bunch of other people in the room, and they're bringing in dishes, but we don't know where they're coming from. They're just numbered, okay? So we get to judge brisket, we get to judge ribs, we get to judge chicken, we get to judge beans, and
Beans.
all this stuff. And it's going to be all these different teams that are going to be competing for the championship to who's going to be the best smoking good barbecue in our neck of the woods. So that's going on this weekend. By the way, last weekend, I was judging the karaoke. I'd say that went really well as well. And doing a bit of hosting there. Got to do a bit of hosting, and it was in the parade, you know. Waved at everybody. We had the speakers in the vehicle. People were talking to me on the parade route, but I couldn't hear what they're saying because I had the speakers right beside my ear with all the music blasting. So, yeah. So if you all tried to talk to me over the weekend, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. Probably asking me what the weather's going to be. That's exactly what they're all asking me, because that's what we're going to get into as I swing into the weather side of things, because we had nice weather last weekend. Actually, not too bad. Just a few little showers here and there, a little bit of smoke here and there, nothing too wild. We started off this week on the hot side of things, temperatures in the low 30s here in southern Alberta. And then this front moved through and it brought down the smoke from the north on Tuesday there. And it was very thick yesterday. Very, very thick. And then last night into this morning. Oh my. What a wake-up call that everybody got this morning at 3 a.m. We had a cluster of rain and thunderstorms moving in from the south. And luckily my alarm went off before the storm got here. So I got to enjoy the show while everybody else got woken up rudely because we had a lightning strike at least 1 kilometer away from this place here. And it just rattled the place at 3:23 a.m. this morning. And that was just epic in proportions. And then it just poured rain, and it hasn't stopped. And it's just stopped raining by showtime here. So it's been raining since 3 o'clock this morning, which is really good. Much needed. We were in a fire restriction, so very much needed rainfall in our area. And we finally, while other areas didn't get as much rain, but still a little bit of smoke around, but not as bad as it was yesterday. And we picked up at least close to 30 millimeters of rain today. So incredible amount of rain. Temperature staying on the cool side today. Now, tomorrow's little setup is going to be just a little bit different. And we have a system that did bring some strong thunderstorms in the BC interior. And we had a few thunderstorms rumbling along the foothills this afternoon as well. One cell near Waterton and Twin Butte got pretty close to the strong side there earlier this evening. And that system is going to be moving in. Now, the story is we're going to see our winds here in southern Alberta make a switch to the southwest. So the majority of the smoke that is draped over our area today, again for tomorrow, is going to start to move its way out of the area eventually in the days ahead. So that allows for a clearing in the sky for some of us, and hopefully we don't have as much smoke so that this prevention that doesn't prevent any storms from firing tomorrow. But I think because we've had storms today and how the storms performed in BC interior, I have a pretty good feeling that things are going to potentially fire off tomorrow if we do have a little bit more in abundance of sunshine. So if we get that, because we had that rain today, and we're going to crank up the heat tomorrow, which is Friday, the 13th of June, we are going to crank up the heat. And we had this rainfall today, 30 millimeters of rain. So you bet the atmosphere is going to be, I'm going to say the word, moist tomorrow. That's right. Now, when that occurs, you get enough buoyancy, instability. You have all ingredients in place for storms to go. You need energy. You need moisture. You need all the ingredients, just like baking the cake there. And if you don't have all the ingredients, storms are not going to happen. Or if something messes something up, like, oh, let's say a little too much smoke, then storms are not going to happen. But with the amount of cape instability that we have in the air tomorrow, and we got that little bit of a trigger, area of low pressure moving in, it's going to allow those storms to potentially initiate. And we could potentially see a couple of supercells develop tomorrow in parts of central Alberta, especially from the Edmonton area, extending down towards, let's say, Red Deer, Drumheller, Hannah Coronation, and extending into southwestern portions of Saskatchewan, right through the Cypress Hills. Some of these thunderstorms could be capable of producing. Could be in for hail, at least the size of nickels, maybe ping pong ball sized hail tomorrow with these storms. And the other thing is we could be dealing with strong winds, gusting up to 90 to 100 kilometers an hour, especially if you do get a good outflow boundaries, get these storms that are going to really start to fire off as we go through Friday afternoon here. And then another thing that we also noticed with this potential will also be torrential downpours as well with any thunderstorm that develops. We have the area of low pressure situated right over the central regions of the province, and that means the winds are going to be going all over the place. So on the north side of the low, winds are going to be southeasterly. On the west side of the low, winds are going to be northerly. South side of the low, winds are going to be southwesterly. So when you have wind field like that and the wind's going all over the place, you got enough convection. That allows for a little bit of spin in the air mass above us as we go through Friday afternoon. And that means there's going to be a potential for funnel clouds to develop as we go through Friday afternoon with these storms. If, as I mentioned, if these storms can fire off at a good rating tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to say initiation time would be about lunchtime tomorrow, and the storms really start getting their act together at about 2-3 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time on Friday. So if we have, once again, you need that initiation, you need all the ingredients in play, and we got a little bit of spin in the air, a couple of funnel clouds not out of the question. Now, that's going to be especially in the Edmonton area, but I'm also keeping an eye on the Hannah Coronation area as well, where we have that potential for any isolated supercell where we have a little bit of spin there. So that means a little bit of rotation, and we could see funnel cloud potential and possibly a landspout tornado or a hybrid tornado that could develop tomorrow in central regions of the province. So we'll
And
be
by tomorrow, he means the 13th of June.
the 13th, Friday the 13th. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Friday the 13th is tomorrow. So it's a good day for storms. That's right. So that is what we're going to be watching very closely, parts of Alberta for Friday with this low pressure system moving in. And then Saturday, it's Saskatchewan's turn to get into the severe weather potential as this low continues to scoot its way across the prairies in the days ahead. And then as we move through the next couple of days, we're going to see chances of showers and thunderstorms. I think the thunderstorm risk is going to be a little bit higher in Alberta for Friday compared to Saturday. And then as we move into Sunday and the Monday, that storm risk moves into southern Manitoba. But there will be some beneficial rain where we've been dealing with fires in the last couple of weeks here. So areas around, let's say, the Peace River area, especially to the south, Slave Lake, and points off into areas just between Edmonton and Fort McMurray could be in for some significant rainfall, some beneficial rainfall. And the other area that will also get some beneficial rainfall through the weekend into early next week looks to be around La Ronge, where they're allowed to return to their homes today there, and up into the Flin Flon and areas right into, Flin Flon, Manitoba as well, going to get some beneficial rain. So that is some good news that I have on the weather front of things there. And another thing, as I mentioned, looks like this pattern, this unsettled pattern, is going to continue for the next couple of weeks here, especially here in the prairies. So next couple of weeks, because typically June is our wettest month of the season. So it's a little behind, but it's starting. We call them June monsoon season here in Alberta.
We
And
call
we
it
should got the
January here.
monsoons today. No doubt about that. Okay. Now, I'll go through some stories and fun facts here because we have a lot of time still in the show tonight. And there's some good stories today. I have to say, there's some good ones. I'm going to kick things off with a buddy in Kentucky here who got kicked out of a bar. Yeah, he got kicked out of the bar. Don't know what he was doing, but what he did afterwards is this guy is known for catching animals. And, well, he caught a raccoon and he released it into the bar after he got banned from the bar. And that's how he got arrested after that for doing that. But yeah, so that's Kentucky man for you.
You can get arrested for releasing a raccoon into a bar.
Yeah, you
I
did.
guess so, eh? Yeah, it's animal. Teaching raccoons to drink is bad.
yeah, teaching those raccoons the way. And then Ed the zebra. I got to talk about Ed the zebra here. Ed the zebra. This story's he's been on the loose for a couple of weeks. This zebra running around Tennessee here, and Ed the zebra got I guess they caught him, and he got to go on his first little helicopter ride. And there's this picture of him going around online. He looks very impressed to be riding around this helicopter back to his owner's place, I guess. Owner
He went viral.
It went
as a
viral.
zebra.
The poor zebra, Ed the zebra. The poor
I
guy.
didn't hear about this. I got to look this up now. Down in Tennessee.
Yeah.
You have to look it up.
You have to look at the picture. It is just the best picture on the internet this week. Ed the
Tennessee
zebra.
zebra.
Florida man also stabbed a shark after it stole his fish. He got in trouble for that. And then also another Florida man
Take that, shark.
is housing a 9-foot alligator. And he also got in trouble for that.
Why is he doing that?
I don't know. He just decided he not needed a 9-foot alligator in his house.
Did you not know
Stick
that it will
them.
eat him?
It probably would, The poor alligator in this house, All right, and then Minneapolis, they have this very large pencil, okay? So this kind of ties with weather. There's a big tree where they put this pencil because the tree got knocked down by a large storm in Minneapolis. So they decided to put this big number 2 pencil up where this tree was, okay? And each and every year, they go and sharpen the pencil with a big, large pencil sharpener. So they get up on this little booster thingy here, and then they go around and they sharpen the pencil, and they have a whole crowd of people around this whole pencil watching them sharpen this pencil. And people actually showed up dressed as number 2 pencils. So I thought that was also another incredible story from this week. And then finally, I'll go through some fun facts for you. Coca-Cola is about 90% water. A can of Diet Coke is about 99% water. And the first movie with I'm not going to say the word, but the F word in it is the movie called MASH. There you go. Some fun facts for you on this Comedeorological report.
I'm not just making up that thing about guy getting eaten by his own alligator. Like, that alligator will eat him eventually.
Oh, yeah.
It
Well,
will try.
He doesn't have the alligator anymore, and he's I guess he got charged for it. So
So you can get arrested for releasing an alligator into a bar and things like that. But yeah, so this guy in Russia somehow got a crocodile. I believe it was in Russia, and he kept it for a long time because there's like no rules in Russia. Like if you're in Siberia or whatever, I don't know where he lived. Probably somewhere where Kirill Bakanov lives. There's no rules there whatsoever, so you can just do whatever you want. And this guy had his crocodile, and people were warning him, like, your crocodile's going to eat you someday. And he's like, no, I've trained him. We're good friends. This is my crocodile. Like, and they had him for a long time. The crocodiles live to be very old. So he had this crocodile like years, like maybe 20 years even or something. I don't know, 10 or 20 years. I don't know. He had this crocodile a long friggin' time. And then one day, the crocodile ate him.
Ooh.
Just like that.
wow.
Yeah, that's what happened. So let that be a lesson to the rest of you want to be crocodile people. That the crocodiles they're never really your friend. Like they
No.
don't care that much about your company.
No.
In fact,
Note to self.
they're probably just sitting there hating you the whole time for no reason. They're just like,
Probably.
look at that ugly thing. It's like walking around on two legs. Look at it. I hate it. Someday I'm gonna eat it. That's probably what he said.
Probably.
What about
probably.
you have a crocodile, don't you, Karen?
No, no, I do not, and nor will I ever.
I didn't think that was your style. How hot did it get up there this week in Prince George?
Oh, well, last weekend was freaking beautiful. 30 degrees, 31. This week, not so much.
Yeah, it was
But it was great last weekend.
pretty hot.
Yep.
Pretty hot. What do we
Got a
got?
little sunburned out in my yard doing my flowers and plants, and yeah, now it's raining and cold.
We had 3 new daily temperature records set. 35.2 in Castlegar yesterday. Clinton area, that eclipsed their old one. That was 32.8. So that's like it really beat their old one. The old one set in 1918, which seemed to be a hot year. I seem to have seen the 1918 come up on hot records a couple times. Clinton, 27.9. So they more than 2 degrees. And that 25.2 is their old one. More than 2 degrees. Every time it's more than 2 degrees, I'm like, that's a pretty good jump. That's a substantial climb there. You just set it a daily temperature record by 2 degrees. And Vernon tied theirs, 32.8. So other than that, nothing record-wise was set in Canada this year. Nothing that exciting happened yesterday. So that's unfortunate. And I think we still have some severe thunderstorm watches in BC. Yeah, they're still in effect, but I don't know if anything's going to attain severe anymore. A couple errant thunderstorms are still going on. Some of them are pretty strong. But more or less, it's quiet, except for smoke across Canada right now. Okay. Oh, you got the zebra there. I didn't even see it.
There's zebra.
I was looking at other pictures. And yeah, look at that zebra.
Yeah.
You
That's a
can't
zebra.
tame a zebra, you know.
No. He looks
It's
very
true.
happy up there.
Yeah, well, if he is happy, that's bad news because then he'll try to get out again just so he can get a free ride. I mean, that looks like a lot of fun. I want to do that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. That does look like fun.
You know,
There you go. Ed the zebra.
Ed the zebra. Yeah, you can't tame them. That's why they're not like horses,
No.
right? Like a horse you can tame, but a zebra, no, they're just always going to be feral. They're always going to, more or less, you try to ride them and they'll say, no, you can't ride me. I'm a zebra, you idiot. Okay, you know what I got here lined up next? Meteorologist Mark went on a trip to Golden Ears Provincial Park here in BC this week. Would you like to see Meteorologist Mark go to Golden Ears Provincial Park?
Yes.
Do it.
Okay, good. Glad someone said so. Here we go, Scud.
I just got the fat check for pushing that.
My name Mark Ingalls.
Pushing that agenda. It says here, HARP, climate change, whatever, in my bank account.
Hello everyone, I'm geocaching on the Menzies Trail in Golden Ears Park here in BC. We're right outside of Maple Ridge. I'm on a debris flow scar from last winter. Check this out. All these rocks were brought down by the stream this last winter. So we're navigating all of this debris, obviously, and that's where the trail is supposed to be. I bet you this happened in November when we had that huge atmospheric river that had all that flooding in Coquitlam. That makes sense. I think there was over 200 millimeters of rain up here during that event. Maybe even more, honestly, since we're up in the mountains. And for the radio listeners, it's the trail's completely gone there. Completely wiped out. I'm on some rocks that were caught on the upside of a log. Anyway, my hometown of Kennewick, Washington gets less than 200 millimeters of rain in a year. It's definitely the deserts of eastern Washington. Up here, they got that in one weekend. It rained constantly for like 60 hours at my house in White Rock, and White Rock is the driest part of the metro area. Look at that. That's a washout from last fall, probably last November as well. We were on this trail. We picked this trail because the other one was so bad, and there was no like markers or anything to say that we shouldn't go this way, right?
Welcome to Canada, bud.
At the trailhead. And so we're like almost 20 kilometers into our hike. That's like 3 meters deep, guys. Anyway, kind of decided, like, they have it roped off right here, and right up there you can see.
Oh,
Well,
see,
if you're on the
something.
radio, you can't see, obviously. Well, hopefully you can see, just not what I'm showing. But we made it around. There was a kind of a natural land bridge. We took a risk there. Kind of figured since the creek was running low, there was a lower risk of us causing a sinkhole. That ended up being the case. So now we're moving back along. Probably going to come out to around 21 or 22 kilometers on this hike. That's pretty cool. And Acalia, by the way, if you don't remember, Acalia's 5. She's done the whole thing without like asking to be up. She's had a good attitude the whole time. She's doing better than I am, honestly. Acalia, do you want to say hi to the people?
Hi.
How's the hike?
Good.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Sitting in the water.
Yeah, they sat in the water. And I found 41 geocaches, so we all win today. And how do you feel?
Good.
We promised her that she would get to go to the splash pad afterwards. Do you still want to go to the splash pad after 20 kilometers, Acalia?
Yep.
Yeah, she does. We
Yep.
told her we could go on another day. But she won't have that. Altogether, we've been out here for about 9.5 hours. And Acalia has done so good. Isn't that right, Acalia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, say goodbye to the people.
Bye.
Yeah, when you're like, hey, we can go to the splash pad anytime, we could do that tomorrow. And kid's like, no, right now. Right now is good. It's like, oh, it's a long hike. Aren't you tired? No, Dad. Splash Park. Let's go right now. Right now, Splash Park. Okay, we still got some time left. So why don't I show you something if you got nothing to show me? So today I went out, tried to chase thunderstorm, and sometimes you got to get up high around here to see something. If you're in the Cariboo, maybe ours would pop up when they hit the mountains. You're hoping, and then nothing really happens, and that's kind of what went down here. So I'm looking for this right now. You have to give me a second here. Oh boy, yeah, that's how prepared I am.
I sent you videos of the freaking rain, but I was not going out to chase it because there's nothing to see, really, here.
Oh, I never got a chance to download things yet today.
I heard them, but yeah, I wasn't going out in it.
Well, here's beautiful Wells, BC. Look at that. You can see the air rising in real time. That cloud is lifting
Mark.
right up into the bottom of this flat-based
Look at that
cumulus cloud, towering cumulus cloud,
Got a
which
big
will
old
want to be a
scud.
cumulonimbus cloud. That is completely rising up in real time. Look at the sharp edge on the back of this guy. I know there's a bunch of cells in behind here going on as well. we are going to see a thunderstorm this afternoon in Wells. I have absolutely no doubt about that.
We did.
I have absolutely no doubt about that. Look at that rising scud hanging there. I guess you could call that a scud, eh, Mark? Hey, scud. There you go. There it is. This is bad news. My God. Anything could happen. Get on! I'll watch the video later. They try mopping this. Only 10 seconds. Just north of us here, sitting over Two Sisters Mountain. This just gives you a great example. Look at the towering heads there, popping up on that cumulus cloud. You could probably hear thunder coming out of these guys very soon. Very high risk of them producing lightning in the next, I'd say, hour. Some of these guys. So it's coming in. See this guy in the background shooting right up to. I'm watching because up down the mountain, down the way there. Lightning is hitting. Oh, it's Stanley. Let me just sit here. I will see some lightning. No, that's not it either. Here we go. Rain now. Look at the beautiful view from on top. Island widespread. Thunder activity is quieted a little bit in the last few minutes. Well, hit like, share, subscribe to the Weather Dude anyways, because you never know when I'm going to land a big fish out here, weather watching, doing cool stuff like that here in the BC interior. Not today. Today, not so much. Most of the action's down south. There was a real outside chance that we'd get something here. Skunked. That would be closer to spectacular. But look how beautiful. And it just seemed to hit into the mountains here and die. A little bit of thunder up there now. So that's what I like to do anyways, is get up on top the old island mountain there and get a view out, because you're down deep in the valley here. And what happens is the storms sometimes, if they're moving fast too, they'll hit the front hills and they'll kind of like pop themselves up. They'll take a little bit of a jump and they'll kind of just skim over the mountaintops, coalescing on the mountaintops. You're sitting down there in the valley being like, wow, the storm's up there somewhere. And yeah, so you got to get up there. So sometimes when I get up there, I make sure to sit in the truck because you're very close to the sky at that point, and lightning will strike you. It's so here's a story for you, Brandon.
Oh yeah,
Carson, who I know, his buddy here, he works up in the Yukon, and one of his workmates yesterday got struck by lightning.
Ooh.
Yeah, they were working on some kind of a bridge or scaffolding or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but it hit something nearby, and him being on the metal, whatchamacallit, whatever it was, got him the indirect strike.
Wow.
He's okay.
That's good.
Yeah, but that just shows you, So I don't get out of the truck when I go park up on top of the mountain here.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've had a couple pretty close strikes on the mountain over the years.
Yeah.
And now that I film everything, it never happens near me. Yeah. You know how it is. But
oh, yeah. It's always
I had
happens.
some good ones. Had some good ones last year. I'm just kidding. Beautiful Wells, BC, man.
Oh, yes. Beautiful. I should find my little thunderstorm from this morning. I got a little video from there. I should find that.
Why, yes, you should. Why, yes, you should. I started selling some firewood this week, so I've been out in the mountains cutting wood.
Oh, yeah.
Dropping trees and things like that. So
cutting wood.
Yeah, that's what I'm good for.
Witch portraits. Let's to there.
What I'm good for.
Oh, yes. So there's a lot of darkness in here. Where is... I get to share. Where's my...
yeah, so like all your clips are just black because you're filming the black sky. So then you're like, which one is it?
All right.
That doesn't look good. Here we go.
All right, here we go. I'll move it back.
Thunderstorm arrived first thing in the morning.
3 in the morning.
Flash in there. And you had a real close boomer in town, did you? That woke everyone up? Or maybe that was Vernon this morning. I saw someone report. People were saying, I think it was in Vernon. People said that they woke up this morning to like just a big loud crack.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on it.
Yeah, it wasn't those flashes there. I wish I had the camera on this. I was just sitting here watching, as everything's happening out over here. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, big bolt about a kilometer away from here, lit up the room. I was like, Ooh, and oh yeah, it just shook the whole place. It was.
Maybe it was you saying that.
It might have been me.
This was a gnarly looking little storm not too long ago through Enderby area. Seems like it's mostly chilling now. Things are getting more chill out there. A couple lightning strikes there south of Barrier in the hills. That's a couple pretty big mountains there.
Oh yeah.
So they're hill hugging right now. And it looks like some healthy rain in the Kootenays there in some of these cells at least.
Mm-hmm.
Still, oh, there's a one on its own, right on Highway 3 there, coming up into the Selmo, or not the Selmo Creston Pass, sorry, the Paulson Summit.
Oh yeah.
Whole bunch of lightning going on there. So yeah, my sense is that things, give it a bunch of days and be watching if it gets warm out at any point in the next bunch of days. Start watching the hills for smokes. Because some of these lightning strikes aren't going to just show themselves immediately as fire. They're going to smolder around out there, take their time, dig into something, dig into some rotten stuff there and bury themselves down, hide, wait for a hot day, and then start to get more and more active and crawl out and burn. So some afternoon when it gets warm, start looking at those hillsides and, sometimes it's a week or even 2 weeks before the lightning strikes show themselves. Especially if down weather after a thunderstorm rolls through. We just had all this heat. So things were primed and dried to be receptive to some lightning strikes. But then you get a little bit of rain, and you get some down weather for a day or two, or some cloudy conditions. The fire doesn't just take off. It's not like lightning strike and then boom, hey, look, the forest is on fire. But still, more expected tomorrow in southern BC. More expected tomorrow. Hey, Frankie, how's it going there?
Did you change your shirt, Frankie?
There was a thunderstorm somewhere in the world. They had over in Russia to get tornadoes over there.
Yeah. Did you see any thunder and lightning in there today, Frankie?
I never saw thunder and lightning in Sydney.
Nice.
Central Nova Scotia was supposed to get 2 centimeters of hail.
Oh yeah. They got PEI. I think the Confederation Bridge had a wind gust of 150 from what I saw earlier.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, some severe thunderstorm warnings in the Atlantic over the last day or two. They don't get a whole lot of them there.
Not a whole lot, but they do get some good ones once in a while, once in a blue moon, especially July and August when things heat up and get more humidity. So this is a little bit on the early side for those kind of storms there.
Yeah, a lot of lightning strikes in BC today. A lot of people
That means that you could be fighting fires this year possible.
Yeah, it could be that in a few weeks' time they may get us busy again. I'd like to think so, that we get called or used. Got some Australian fire crews coming to Canada. I don't want to try playing the short videos because apparently there's a beautiful, positive CG capture.
Yeah, that means it looks like it could be a bad fire season in British Columbia possible.
Well, this is the first time we've had a lot of lightning this last 2 days. We've been, way historically low on lightning so far this year. So we've been pretty good. Look at this nice picture that one of our moderators got there.
Oh yeah, right behind the A&W.
Yeah.
The shelf cloud with a teen burger. Nothing better.
Mothership coming in there.
Hey, Joey, I'm on Reddit now too.
Are you?
Hey, Joey, you can even sign up your Reddit.
What would that do for me? Like, why do I want to be a Reddit guy? I just don't know. I don't really know. Like, I've looked at Reddit a couple times.
That means you can share your shows on your Reddit.
I mean, is anyone going to care there either?
I'm on Reddit too.
Well, okay, you'll care. That's good. What do you think of this
Brandon,
mothership picture?
Join Reddit.
This is 100 Mile House today.
100 Mile House, nice. Yeah, I saw that storm on radar.
Hey, Brandon, you can even start your own Reddit.
Oh yeah, look into that too. Yeah.
Holy, that's from a whole year ago came up.
Oh yeah, that's that.
A no doubter. I don't know why that came up. I think it's a no doubter still. Yeah. Just happened in a place where there's nothing to damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, power outage. Vanderhoof to Prince Rupert. Okay, yeah. So that's what the
Just like that Maple Creek one. That was AI.
well, this one wasn't AI.
I know. I know.
Yeah, this one we had. We had it. It was in a place where there's no trees, no nothing. It's like,
Yeah.
well, we pretty sure a tornado happened here. We got a video of it. Structure sure looks like it. Look at brief, very brief tornado there, land spout tornado, and very hard to prove it if nothing got damaged. So, Frankie, we just got 5 minutes left in the radio show here. Radio.
And did you hear about this? I started my Reddit a while back, and my Reddit is Frankie McDonald 1984. That is my Reddit.
Yeah, I should join Reddit too, eh?
Yes.
Frankie, it's been 198 episodes so far. What should we do for our 200th episode?
That means they'll be showing the original and the very first episode of Comedeological Weather Report way back in January 2021.
We should show some of that, eh?
Like the original one, the very first pilot episode of Comedeological Weather Report ever.
Okay, deal. I'll dig it up this week, and if I don't have
back in 2021, your show used to be on every Sunday nights.
That's true. Yeah, it was your idea, and then you wanted to change one week, and I said okay.
And then it was Thursday nights.
Yeah, it's always funny because people are like, what's the story? How did you start a show with Frankie? You know, like, how do you know Frankie? And it's like, I messaged Frankie and said we should start a show for weirdos that like weather. And
that was during the lockdown in January 2021 when the world was shut down. You started your podcast.
And he said, good idea, Sunday night. I said, okay. That was
now,
how it
Base Guy does a show at 10:50 p.m. Eastern, 11:50 p.m. Atlantic. In 2023, Base Guy, the second half of 2023, Base Guy did a show at 10 o'clock p.m. Atlantic, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern back then. In the year 2000, and in April 2023, Base Guy used to do a show every Fridays at 4 p.m. Atlantic, 3 p.m. Eastern.
How do people find you on the internet, Frankie? Besides
if you want to
Reddit?
find me on social media, my non-social media, my Reddit is Frankie McDowell 1984, and my social media is my Blue Skies at Frankie McD, and my X4 Twitter's at Frankie McD, and my Threads is at Frankie McD 1984, and my Linktree is Frankie McDowell 1984. My Facebook is Frankie McDonald. My Instagram is Frankie McD 1984. My TikTok is Frankie McDonald 1984. My Clapper is Frankie McDonald 1984. My Twitch is Frankie McDonald 1984. My Snapchat is Frankie MECDON. My YouTube channel is Dogs Wolves, and my LinkedIn is Frankie McDonald. You can also find me on Reddit is Frankie McDonald 1984. Best luck to you. I'm Frankie McDonald. You listen to Comedeological Weather Report every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic.
Well, I think that's pretty much the show, Frankie.
That's the show.
Yeah, you've been watching us on Joey on the Caribbean Weather Dude YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you never have before. And, of course, on C488.7 Prince George, CFBX 92.5 Kamloops, and CKUW. I mixed my order up, and now I'm so confused. And CKUW as well in Winnipeg. They're great. I love you, CKUW. And I just got to stick to the order, you know, because as soon as you go off the order, you're like, man, I'm like lost in space. That's the show, Frankie.
That's the show.
That's the show, Brandon.
That is not the show. Ah,
you always do that, you.
I do. I